Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try and set up this Rift S here for the first time. I do have my CV1 set up. As you can see, the cords are running everywhere. I got sensors everywhere. I have another sensor up there on the ceiling. My dog will probably hang out in here because she tries to go everywhere I'm at. So I did open this already, but I have not set it up yet. So I'm going to get the headset out. Controllers out. I'm going to have to put the batteries in. Which it is nice that they give us batteries. I'm sure these batteries aren't anything great, but maybe it's better than nothing, right? Cheapo batteries. As we said in the Quest video, these controllers are pretty much like the same thing as the CV1. They feel a little bit different. They're textured. The strap is a little bit different than what is on the CV1. This one's kind of like a leather feeling kind of thing, which is kind of nice if it doesn't feel too bad. I'm excited to see what this thing looks like inside VR. Jason, the dev from Drop-In, he posted some pictures on his Discord showing the text legibility with this compared to some other headsets, and it looked really good, so that is one thing I am excited for. And the cord seems pretty long. I don't have an extension cord yet for this, so I don't know how long I'm going to want to make it. So I'm going to take these off here. I am a little concerned about the IPD with this because I have a pretty small IPD, so I am a little concerned how this is going to look. But I guess I'm going to find out. This cord seems pretty stiff. I know my old one's pretty broken in, so I'm going to unplug the extension cable from my CV1, which is right here. I just kind of keep it tucked up underneath the thing here. So I'm going to throw that under there. My dog's looking at me like, what in the heck are you doing? So this one has a USB 3, which I don't even realize where I unplugged, and a display port. I'm going to plug the display port in to the motherboard, to the graphics card, and I'm going to unplug one of my old sensors. Okay, so the headset is plugged in. I did check the store today. We got some new games. We did not get Stormlands, unfortunately. Okay, so as soon as I plug that in, I got a prompt that says set up Rift S. So I'm going to set that up. So it shows DisplayPort and USB 3.0 plugged in. I'm going to hit continue. Okay, so there is a firmware update. So I plugged it in, it's telling me there's a firmware update, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and let that load. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. I do have cords and wires going everywhere right now. That is one thing I'm really looking forward to about this Rift S is getting rid of. Like, I have an extension cable that runs to the back of the room and up the wall. I have two sensors up front. I have USBs taken up everywhere. So I am really looking forward to that. As you can see on these controllers, the straps are a little bit different. So it's kind of like a leather kind of a strap. It actually feels really nice, and it slides real nice, the adjuster here. I do like the feel of that so far. The old ones, I actually have my straps off, but it's more of like a rope kind of a feeling. It's like a real thin rope. And the only other bad thing about these is that I really love these holders. And they're just not going to work anymore. They'll work for my CV1, but not for these. And even with the batteries installed, I feel like the older ones are maybe just a little bit lighter. I mean, a little bit heavier. The old ones feel just a slight bit heavier. But there are better batteries in these ones right now, too, than what the ones that come with the Rift S. So. Okay, so the firmware is done updating. So please keep your headset plugged in, which, obviously. Sensor check complete. Controllers are paired. So there's going to be the same, probably, this video might actually be different than the Quest. I did just go through the Quest tutorial thing. This one looks maybe a little bit different, but I'm not going to watch it anyways. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to acknowledge all their warnings. Play area is clear. Put on controllers. I'm going to close my door because I don't want the dog coming back in. So I'm going to put the controllers on. I'm not used to these straps anymore because I haven't had the straps on my old controllers in so long, but here's what it is. I'm going to go ahead and put these straps on. These straps do feel pretty nice compared to the old ones, I think. Alright, adjust the straps. So supposedly you can wear these with glasses real easy. I'm going to go ahead and try that. I don't know if you can continue in the headset. Oh man. So I don't know how to get the glasses in there right off the bat though. It doesn't tilt. There's a lot less nose gap now than there was. Okay, continue setup inside VR. So the pass-through on here actually looks, I think, a little bit better than what it did on the Quest. So this is telling me to set up my Guardian. Set forward direction. We're going to go ahead and set it for there. Face in the direction you want. Press any button to continue. Look down at the grid. So basically there's a grid and it doesn't show it on the floor. This is basically the same kind of thing that they did on the Quest. Touching the floor, move your controller down. So that's how you can set the floor position. Okay, using your trigger, you can trace the outline of your play space. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This play space isn't real large, but it does the trick. Okay, Guardian is set up. So there is no IPD adjustment on this. And so far, I do have a real small, I have like 55 or something like that. There's a, you guys can probably hear this pretty well. There's a software IPD adjustment. I haven't messed with that, but. So it's the same kind of little tutorial, it looks like, as the other one. It looks really good though, and the comfort is really good. It feels really comfortable. So a lot less God rays for sure. I noticed that right off the bat. Screen door effect definitely seems to be better. The setup was super easy. I mean, that setup was a breeze. There was nothing to it. So this is the same kind of thing, same tutorial.
Oculus. After this tutorial, you'll be ready to explore.
The sound does leave a lot to be desired. I do miss my CV1 headphones for sure.
Familiar with the Guardian system. Look around you. This grid wall is the Guardian system. This grid shows the boundaries of your play area.
I do miss the nose gap. There is a lot less nose gap. I can't see underneath. But there is the pass-through. I haven't set that up yet though.
Now, try pressing all of the glowing buttons with your thumbs. Try moving the thumbsticks around. The thumbsticks can also be pressed like buttons. Next, use your index fingers to squeeze the triggers on your controllers. Locate the grip buttons and squeeze them with your middle fingers. Now let's see what your virtual hands can do.
I do feel like the IPD is a little bit off though. Like I feel like it could go in. Like if I look directly at the center, so those letters right there, like if I look directly at those with my head straight on, it's blurry a little bit right in the middle. But if I tilt my head a little bit and look at it to the side a little bit, it's clearer. At least in my right eye. My left eye is a little bit blurry. So I definitely think that the IPD for me is definitely a little bit too big. But hopefully it won't be too bad.
To point, keep squeezing the grip and just lift your index finger. Now use your index finger to push the button in front of you. To pick up an object, squeeze and hold the grip button with your middle finger. Release the grip button to drop it. Your virtual hands can do just about anything. Go ahead, play with some of these items.
Oops. It's not releasing when I let go. It's fixed for a second. Oh, I guess they maybe want you to click it again to let go. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's weird. Like I'm gonna let go, and then it drops, so it's delayed. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but that's really weird. Everything's doing it.
When you're ready to explore another virtual world,
Maybe it's just
to
my
the console.
maybe it's just my left hand. Oh, there it goes. That's better. Oh, there it goes again. You can see I let go. That one seems to drop right away. I'm not too sure about that. That seems weird.
You've got the basics down. Time to explore all that VR has to offer. Have fun.
Sometimes it seems to work okay though. The setup was super easy. I do love that. So first contact looks really good already. I mean, I remember doing this many times. And I mean, one of the things I noticed the most right off the bat, I think, is the less screen door effect. I mean, it's still there if you really look for it. But even in CV1, I didn't really notice it that much unless I really looked for it. But it does appear to be improved. I love this little robot guy. He's my buddy. So let's try it in here. Yeah, see, I don't know why things are sticking for a second. So I let go. That one worked. It's like there's a delay from when I let go. I'm not sure what's going on there. Just with certain things at certain times. Yeah, that's weird. That's not good though. What up, buddy? First contact is one of my favorite things. Love first contact. It looks really good too, it really does. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, this looks really good. I mean, it's really bright. It looks really, really good. You can definitely tell the difference between the CV1 and this. It does look better. Seems like the vibrations are less in the controllers, though. I know before this vibrated a lot more, and it's barely vibrating right now, but maybe it's just the butterflies. Yeah, I don't know. These grip buttons are definitely sticking some for me, though. It seems like it's worse on the left controller than it is on the right. I don't know why. So that's like dropping right away, though. I don't know, maybe it's getting better. Maybe it just needs broke in a little bit. See, but I can't even throw it. Like it pauses for a second. I don't know, it's super weird. There's the butterflies. I do like the rockets. Give me the blaster gun. I'm curious why the things aren't dropping though. It's worrying me. See, like I did right away. Whoops, I just crushed that butterfly though. That's dropping right away. I don't know. The stuff looks really good though. I love how it's actually darts. I love that. Okay. I'm going to pause this here. I'm going to quit. I'm going to go back to the home real quick. I don't know if my home environment will still be the same. I bet it would. I mean, it should be, right? I need to try to figure out how to adjust the IPD too. This looks really good though. Let me see if I can mess with some settings here. Okay, so here's the IPD adjustment. You just go into settings real quick. I'm going to lower this down as much as I can. And it looks like 60 is as good as it gets. So it is definitely, that's a little better. That seems to be a little bit better. Well, all my games are still here. I do want to go into lo-fi. I do want to go into lo-fi and see how that looks at some point inside the Rift S compared to the CV1. I'm actually really excited to see that. There are a lot of games that I really want to see. I do want to test out some stuff with contractors with the tracking. I mean, the tracking seems to be just fine. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to try the gun stock and stuff with contractors. We're going to see how that goes, but I'm going to take this off real quick. So it fit well with glasses. It definitely fit well with those. And I just smashed my controller. But yeah, so that's basically the setup for the Rift S. And this is, I'll probably upload this in the 183D, so hopefully this all came through okay. And I mean, I really like the visuals so far. I do think the IPD for me could probably be a little bit less, but it is what it is. I mean, I'll get used to it, and I think it will hopefully be okay. Everything still looked good. I could just tell a little bit, like if I looked directly at something, it was a little bit blurrier than if I just turned my head and kind of looked at it a little bit. So I think it's a little small for me, but I'm going to mess around with that and see how it goes. So that's basically the setup. You can watch it in 180 or you can watch it on your phone, but if you do watch it in 180, make sure you, inside the Quest or something like that, make sure you turn the resolution all the way up. That's how it's going to be the best. So that is the Rift S. So far, I really like it. It looks really good. It's really comfortable. I mean, there is a lot of foam all around here. Hopefully we do get some replacement stuff from VR cover. This one is super soft though. I mean, it is softer than the CV1's original gasket, face gasket, or whatever you want to call it, but I do really like my VR cover. I like that pleather VR cover, so I'm definitely going to be looking out for one of those and hopefully get one of those. So, alright, Coffee and VR this weekend. This is going to be Saturday, probably about 10 a.m., so make sure you tune in for that. We're going to be talking all about the new stuff we got. New games coming out. We're going to be doing some giveaways for some games for the Oculus store and for Steam, so make sure you check that out. And we'll see you then. See you guys.